It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Football's
Football's
coming
coming
home.
home. Boy.
Yeah. Welcome to the 90s Mag podcast, home of the Newcastle United news, hosted by myself, D-Man, and my exceptional co-hosts, Jefferson and AC. How are we doing, guys? Good mood?
Boy.
Good
Very
mood?
happy. I can't believe what I saw. I'm still digesting it. This is fresh. So for anybody watching this right now and listening, the game finished about what we're saying 10, 15 minutes ago, 10 minutes
Yeah,
ago.
man, we're straight on, straight on.
Straight on
Off the
recording right
press.
here.
Yeah, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and all that good stuff. Yeah, let's just get into it, man. England 2, Netherlands 1. Boy, what a game! What I say, what a performance. I mean, it's all about positive vibes today, man. There are things we have to address, but overall, happy with the performance, lads. AC, happy with the performance.
Very happy. This is the best game I've seen England play this tournament. Massive difference. And there's so much into it. Like we're actually seeing now Foden being Foden, right? I know people were saying it on Twitter, and I was just like, "Yeah, Foden is
He
being
answered
Foden.
the
This is
call.
the man. This is the Man City Foden we saw, right?" And when he hit the post earlier, I was just like, that was almost contesting for um, what's his name, Mr. Young Boy
Lamine
breaking all
Yamal.
records, yeah, for Spain. It's almost like a replica of that. But what a performance! There's definitely a bit of like dip and spell there in second half. We'll get into those details and stuff, man. But right about now, just feeling this emotion of just like, wow. And Ollie Watkins, take a bow, son. Take
What
a
a guy!
bow.
What a
Take a
guy! What a
bow.
finish! Jefferson, how you feeling? How you feeling?
I'm in disbelief. They did it. We've done it. We've made it to a final, second consecutive Euros final. And I guess, we'll talk about whether it was a tactical masterclass or not, but we have to give Gareth his props for those substitutions. And it could well mean that England are warming up at the right time. Being in the favourable side of the draw could be doing us wonders. We could be coming into this final at the right time. So yeah, amazing performance to get through. Really chuffed.
Crazy.
Yeah. Well, boy, as a late bloomer in terms of England support, I actually jumped off my seat when Ollie Watkins scored that winner. Um, I couldn't, I couldn't believe my own actions. But listen, for the first 45 minutes, that's the best England have ever played under Southgate. I think in the tournament definitely. Um, Complete change. They were on the front foot. Obviously, they're gonna go down. They've been fortunate with the penalty, which we'll have to discuss. But they
Mm,
deserve to be at least level going into the break. And I thought, like I said, Foden was playing the best we've seen him in the tournament. Um, Mainu, the link up with him as well was very impressive. I
so
personally
good.
thought I personally thought that Trippier did all right in that first half. I think offensively as well, he offered a lot more than he has previously. But yeah,
Yeah.
obviously Netherlands did a tactical switch in the second half, which kind of nullified England a little bit. But credit for them for staying in the game, and the rest is history. So let's start from the beginning. So they started off okay. Let's talk about the first goal the goal that Netherlands scored. Jefferson, what were your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, that was a shock. Again, for me, I don't think Rice had a good game and he loses the ball. And I'm gonna touch on this right now. I think Rice is not a technician. He's an athlete.
I've said
We
this.
know
Yeah,
Rice's history is he started off as a centre back. He's a converted midfielder, went as a number four. Obviously, Arteta's moved him to a number eight. He has to play the number four role slash number eight for England. And unfortunately for him, he's not a technician where he analyzes 360 before receiving the ball, so laying it off quickly. And also, he doesn't do a first time pass. He
he's not a
needs like
Rodri.
3 or 4 touches. And
He's
guess what
definitely not a
happened?
Rodri. Definitely not
He
a
got
Rodri.
caught out. He got caught out. 3 or 4 touches, bang, clamped. They move forward. Incidentally, Simons actually slips over as he shoots, and it still rockets in that top corner.
What
And
a
as we
shot,
discussed,
What a goal, though.
was it on the last pod? We were literally saying if Pickford was
Pickford.
2 or 3 inches taller, he'd be an even better keeper. And you could see he just gets a touch on it. He's small, and it goes through his fingers. Someone like a Nick Pope, who's another 3 inches taller, probably saves that shot. But it was a rasper, to be fair. So that comes from an England mistake.
Yeah,
But despite that, and I think it was good that it was very early on, I think we regained our composure. And
Hmm.
I think there was a real sort of resilience there. It's not the first time we've had to come back from behind.
Yeah.
And you mentioned Phil Foden. What I give him credit for is the likes of him, Saka, Mainu really started linking up very well on that right side, and they took the
Hmm.
impetus to get England back into the game. So
Yeah.
they showed a lot of mental fortitude to respond to, going in
Going to go
behind
down.
from Holland's goal. Yeah.
Okay. AC, what were your thoughts about the goal, and what were your thoughts about? Did you worry once they went a goal down that they wouldn't be able to respond, or were you confident that they'd come back in the game?
I was definitely confident they'd come back into the game because the goal was so early. And for a moment, I did think the Dutch would almost like have the momentum to keep pressing, but England retained their shape and did really, really well. Now, this new formation is doing wonders as well. This is the second game with this new formation. And it's almost just like kind of wish this was the formation since the group stages. But there's a lot more freedom around there. And like I was saying earlier, Foden, man, it's just like night and day comparison of like what he's been in the past few games and such, and even in the group stage. He's able to play how he wants to play. But one thing I am noticing is that because he's in the middle, he's able to like have that freedom. Naturally, Bellingham is getting pushed to the
I was
side.
gonna. We'll get to that as well because obviously from my listen, very good finish from Simons. But Rice dilly dallying on the ball, and like you said, Jefferson, he's not that technical player, and he doesn't spot danger as well as he should. But listen, credit to the finish, but also credit for England because they didn't panic. It was early in the game, like you
Mhm.
said, AC. They regained their shape, their composure, and then came the penalty, the equalizer. Right now, does anybody here think that was an actual penalty?
No,
No, I don't.
no, no.
I
I
don't. I
thought
have
that
to admit.
that was a shocking decision to even go to VAR. Like there was no, obviously they both contested the ball, and Kane's got caught. But what's Dumfries? What he's supposed to do in that situation? I don't understand what he
Yeah,
could have done differently.
yeah.
This is the thing. This is the thing. I can't see any situation what the defender. Remind me who it was again.
Dumfries.
Dumfries, wasn't it? Yeah, Dumfries. He already had his leg up, so Kane just followed through with a shot and it just hit his foot. It's like, what
Yeah.
are you meant to do in that situation? It's not as if like Dumfries went through intentionally to hurt Kane or intentionally had his foot up like that. I don't think it was a penalty. It was so soft, but then obviously you take it. But it was really weird. It was a bit surreal at the time because I was just like, nah, they're not giving this. When he went over to the screen and looking at it, I was like, once you see it in slow motion, obviously
Yeah,
that's,
I
that's
mean,
when they always like they take it out of context completely because they see it in
yeah,
slow mo. They see his
and it
foot
looks
hit his
worse than it
boot.
actually is. And yeah,
Exactly, exactly.
yeah.
But the thing
But
is
you
as
kind of
well,
knew. Yeah, sorry, go on.
but I was going to say at the time as well, none of the England players were calling for a penalty. I don't think no one was calling for it. Kane was trying to
No,
brush himself up and get up.
no.
So
Kane stayed on the floor and he was contesting. He was waving his hand about the
was he?
place and
Okay.
rolling about the place. And yeah, so he
Actually, he
over
was hurt quite
exaggerated it.
bad.
I
He was
thought he
hurt
was
quite bad.
injured because he did get caught. It was
He
nasty,
did
but
get
it
caught.
wasn't
Yeah,
deliberate. It was. But
Mm,
the key thing for me, like the lady on ITV said in terms of the coverage, technically it is a foul. There is contact in the box, but you can't give a foul like that because Harry Kane's been allowed to get his shot away. It's only really a foul if he doesn't get that shot off and he impedes him
yeah,
as he shoots. He's managed to clear it, get his
yeah.
foot, and it's come after. So very, very
Well,
harsh on Holland there.
obviously Harry Kane slots away, good penalty. But AC, you touched on Phil Foden, and you have to give him credit because listen, he's faced a lot of criticism, and
hmm
rightly so,
hmm
leading up to this game. But he has been a lot of the time he's been other than the last game he's been out on the left, right? Now obviously Gareth has switched the formation, maybe to accommodate him, we don't know, but he's now playing that 3-10 role behind Harry Kane. And
hmm
today I thought he stood up to the plate and he delivered. He was unlucky, like you said, with the curling shot off the post. The one that he had cleared off the line. Now that little touch, I know the ball from Mainu and he kind of caught under his feet, but the little touch that he did, that was kind of like Messi-esque, and he's put it. If he got a bit more conviction on his right foot, and the keeper touched it as well, which took a little bit off it, but he was very unlucky with that. and he
He
had another.
nutmegged the keeper, man. He
No,
nutmegged the keeper.
yeah,
Come on,
that,
bro.
it,
Come
it,
on.
it was quality, but he was in the first half especially. He was everywhere. He was not say dictating the play, but he was on the ball a lot. He was linking up
Yeah,
well with Mainu, like you said, and Saka. I thought Saka started off brightly as well.
Saka was good, man. Saka
Another
looked.
cross, another cross where Kane wasn't there.
Yeah, ridiculous, absolutely, and it was glaringly obvious, But for 45 minutes, I thought Foden, he showed why he deserved to be in that starting lineup. I don't know what you guys thought, Jefferson.
My take on it is that I am supportive of Phil Foden, but we have to understand that it's a sixth game in the tournament. He's scored 27 goals, I believe, in all comps this season. So he's come into this tournament as one of our best players, and he hasn't delivered. And there could be arguments, really, he should have been dropped before this game. The thing is, if you look at Cole Palmer's had like 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there. And I'm so sorry to say it, but every time Palmer's come on, he's looked more effective than Foden. So on the basis that he's literally had a 20 to 30 minute spell and a half, we're all singing his praises when he should be delivering that, and he still hasn't scored or
But
assisted.
is
Hold
the
on, hold
argument?
on. He's
Yeah,
still
go on.
not scored or assisted in the whole tournament. AC, I don't know how many minutes Cole Palmer played, but he's come on again, assists Watkins for the goal. He has to
Mm,
start. It doesn't matter about talent. Palmer is more effective than Foden. It's a
But there's an
fact.
argument. There's an
We're seeing
argument
it
that no, there's an
optically.
argument. There's an argument that Palmer is effective coming off the bench because Southgate has done it and he's been effective off the bench. There's no guarantee that
mm,
Palmer over 60, 75 minutes will be that effective in that role. There's no guarantee. And
mm.
the main thing is, it's worked.
But he has to have a chance. He hasn't had that
But does
chance.
but does he have
Foden's
to have a
had
chance?
6 chances,
And they're
and
through to
all
the
we've got
final.
is today to go off of it. I mean, well
But they're
done
through to
to
the
him.
final.
20
But they're
minutes. Good,
but they're
good for
through to the
him.
final. So
You
why
know,
take
come
why
on,
they're
come
through
on.
to the final? They're through to the final. So it's obviously been effective. No?
Well, do you know why they're through to the final? A Cole Palmer assist to Ollie
Yeah,
Watkins
no,
with a
no,
great
fair enough.
finish. Do you
Fair
know what I
enough.
mean?
But again,
Foden's had his chance.
impact off the bench late on.
Okay,
He's
okay.
got the
Mm.
So
energy. He's got
if
who's to say that Palmer wouldn't fade later on in the game?
he hasn't had that chance, so it's all ifs and buts. But
No,
what we
but
can
again,
do
but
is
it's
it's called
worked.
tangibles. We're
It's
going off
worked.
what we can see,
But
and
it's
what we've
worked.
seen is one player comes on and has an impact the same way. It can't be denied, right?
Yeah.
There are some facts throughout this tournament. Gordon played 5 minutes
Yeah.
in that game he came. He had arguably the most incisive pass to create that chance.
Hmm.
We've seen the few touches that Palmer's had. He's clearly had an impact on the game. It's all right doing little flicks and tricks and stuff. Today's the first time
Was it the last
we've
game? How
seen
did he
we've
do in
seen
the last game? I can't remember. This is a genuine
it
question.
was it was all right. If anything, I thought he did better the game before because he had 2 shots on target.
Yeah.
Um, again, they weren't threatening, but it was a bit more probing and promising.
So do
Maybe
you
it's
Mm.
think?
something that he's growing into it, but for
But do
me,
you
for
think?
someone,
Do you think going into a final now is the time to start Cole Palmer?
yeah,
No, no,
because
no.
he's got momentum. He's got momentum, and
But the thing is,
what I don't understand it. It's a team game. I feel like it's very unbalanced. We've had to unbalance the team for this boy who actually
no,
still
but then
isn't
as
performing.
as AC said, that change of formation has been very effective, and you're not accommodating Phil Foden now because he's actually delivered. So
He's
he had
delivered.
a
Okay,
good
so
performance, a
I'm
good
gonna ask
performance.
a very simple question,
Yeah.
and I don't want no grey answers, just black and white. Positions on the pitch. If you're an attacker, what
Yeah.
are you meant to do on the pitch? Tell me.
Create opportunities.
Score or assist? Has
Right.
Foden done any of those?
No, no,
No.
no, no,
Time
no, no,
to
no.
dust, bruv.
So wait.
He's finished.
His performance is based on numbers. Then so what you're saying is it's based on stats.
Right. You're probably thinking, how the hell did we end up here? And why are these two going at it like this?
So numbers
Does he
define.
have? I'm asking you,
No.
D-man.
I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question.
Go on, go,
Do
go, go.
numbers define a performance? The
Yes,
GA
because
the
it
G
gets the result.
GA define no the GA define a performance.
GA.
Goals and assists from an attacking midfielder.
Yeah, because we
Yeah?
played the sport to put the ball in the onion bag,
Right,
and you either
right,
support a player doing
right.
it or you score
so
yourself.
when a man like Iniesta doesn't score an assist many games, So does that mean that he has made
You're
bad
going
games?
off topic here, D-man.
No,
We're
no,
talking
no, no,
about
no, no, no,
England,
no,
bro.
no.
Let's just
I asked
face
the
it.
question overall. I asked the question overall. Does GA define a player's performance? You said yes. So I'm saying a player like Iniesta, who's all about creating space and assisting the assister, yeah, or stuff like that, or with his dribbles. So you're telling me when he doesn't score or assist, he's having a bad game?
Okay, so so
No, no,
let me
yeah, no,
just
no, 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 no.
clarify.
Yes,
What?
yes or
Okay,
no.
so
It's a yes or no question.
okay. So we had
That's it.
2 goals today, both goals.
No,
Then,
no,
even
forget
if you take,
today.
did
Forget
Foden?
today.
Okay, all right. Any of the other goals that
Okay, but
in
can you
England
answer my
has
question?
Foden
Can
created
you?
anything?
No. But can you answer my question?
The irony is that Budweiser labels itself to be the king of beers, where in fact it's not even the prince. It's not even like, it's not even the prince's son. It's not even the court jester. Like, it's just not the king of beers. Who made this tagline? Who made this tagline?
I answered yours, so can you answer my question?
Go on.
Yeah, so if a player like Iniesta doesn't score an assist, does that mean he had a bad game?
No, but Iniesta.
Okay,
So
okay.
Foden's a 10. Iniesta's. Iniesta, we know Iniesta's style is not as direct as Foden. We know that. Remember, as I said, Foden has scored 27 goals.
So what's Iniesta's role
going
then?
into the tournament, and remember, you're on Bellingham's back. How many goals does Bellingham have, bro?
No.
And is one of them a match winner?
Again,
No.
again.
How many
and again,
goals does Kane
because
have?
I think to wrap this up.
But so you've just proved my point.
Foden is flopped,
No. You proved my point. How many goals has Kane got?
2.
How many goals has Watkins got?
1.
So who should be starting the next game?
Watkins.
Oh, so the numbers don't mean nothing then, does it? It's the performance, no?
But he's got a goal. Foden's
But Kane's
got a big
2.
fat.
No.
What do they call it in tennis? A bagel. A zero.
You just said about numbers.
New York bagels.
No, hold on.
Zero. Donut.
No. Kane scored. You just said Kane scored more goals than Watkins.
And he's got a winning goal. Kane's got a winning goal.
No, but has Kane performed well?
No, but he's got a
So
winning goal.
Numbers don't mean everything.
Bro,
you just proved your point. You just proved your point.
No. You don't understand. Kane has a winning goal. Foden has 0. Nada.
No.
Zilch.
Kane or Watkins. Kane or Watkins, because they're the same position.
I think
Watkins.
Right, and he scored less than Harry Kane.
No,
and
it's
Harry Kane, and Harry Kane hasn't played well, has he?
How many minutes
but he's
has
got
Watkins
2 goals.
played? Okay. How many minutes has Foden played compared to Palmer?
More.
Right. Again, let's go back to the fundamentals of the game. What does Foden have to prove for all those minutes? Oh, he hit the post. Oh my God.
No, okay.
Bro,
no, but
Palmer has an assist that's won us the game, innit?
So if you're taking that point, yeah, he's got the assist, he's got the stats. Kane has got the stats over Watkins, but you're saying Watkins should play. It makes no sense. Pick your side. Pick your side, bro.
Bro, you can't do that. The reason
You just said
you ready for this? Are you ready?
Numbers.
D-man, are you ready? You set yourself up, bro.
Wait. You told me.
I'm ready to bowl. Are you ready to bat?
You told me numbers define a performance. You said that, yeah?
But you've just picked.
No. Did you say that? Numbers define a performance.
Not define a performance. I said it makes the difference.
No, I asked you.
It makes a difference.
Did GA mean the define a performance? You said yes, right? Kane has more assists. Kane has more goal contributions than Ollie Watkins, but yet you're telling me.
Guess who else has got more goal contributions?
Wait. But then you're telling me, as a striker, Watkins should be playing over Kane, and you also said Kane has performed badly. So how can Kane perform badly if he's got more GNA than Watkins?
So this is what I'm loving. AC, you ready for this? Are you ready for this? The whole
conclude.
has been him deviating from my guy. He has to find other things to supplement this guy. The fact of the matter is, he's against Palmer, innit?
Yeah. Okay,
outperformed him.
And I hear you.
Palmer.
I hear you. Go. I'm not. Right. If you're saying that's fine, but your reasoning doesn't match up because you're choosing for midfielders and not the other for strikers. So be consistent. You got to be consistent with your argument. You got to be consistent.
Let's come back to Kane.
Yeah.
If Harry Kane is fully fit and injury free, Watkins does not start over Kane.
But Harry Kane still has more goals than Watkins.
Is not like the goal is probably about
fitness. It's match fitness.
Hold on. The goal is probably about 20% of the reason I would put him in the team. As I put on Twitter, Watkins gets in because he gives us a threat with pace in behind.
Yeah.
Now
I don't dispute
Foden.
that, by the way. I
So
don't
so
dispute that.
so, so the idea is that it's not even just about the goal. He's more effective for the team. Foden is
Right.
having many
Now we're
touches.
getting
You're
somewhere. Now
talking
we're getting
about
somewhere.
right, and at the moment Foden is not effective for the
And I take
team.
that. And I
In
take that.
6 games, he's had a half
Right.
an hour good spell. Good for him.
Right.
It's not good enough.
Right.
Time to
I
move
hear
on.
that.
Bring
Thank
Palmer
you.
in.
So you're saying it's not just about GNA, right?
They're the fundamentals of the game, though,
But
Dino.
it's not about
Otherwise, it would
GNA.
be
It's
0-0, my
about
guy.
it's
It would
about the
be 0-0
performance.
all day.
No,
Am I
no,
lying?
no, 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 no. But it's about the performance.
Just to
So
conclude
you
this,
prove
just to
me right.
conclude
You
this,
prove me
just to,
right.
So
just to,
basically, you're Foden's #1 fan.
No, no, no,
I'm
no.
sure
I'm
the
not saying.
Toon
I'm not
fans are
saying.
gonna
No, no, no.
enjoy this.
I'm not saying. I agree. Now you're right. Maybe Palmer should start. But what I'm saying is your reasoning is not consistent. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Yeah, you need to pick with
conclude.
it. You said it's about GNA, then you're saying it's about the performance. So it's not adding up.
It
That's all I'm saying.
But I
That's all
gave
I'm saying.
just to
I gave
say,
That's all I'm
context to
saying.
Kane and Watkins.
That's
goals,
all
And
I'm
I
saying.
gave context.
goals, assists, and performance are all equal as one. You can have a great game and not have a goal and assist, but have a good performance.
And this is what I said.
And I
Okay,
think,
fair enough.
right,
all I said.
and I think that's the bottom line. And obviously, you can have a great game and have goals and assists, or you can have a great game and have just goals, or have a great game and have just assists. So it's across the board,
AC
in
though,
my
is there an
opinion.
argument? Is there an argument that Palmer should replace Foden in the team, and should he have done so a couple of games ago potentially?
I think you have to remember a couple of games ago we were not playing this formation. Number one, the formation here is making the change, and I think Foden today shined better. But my point is, in this situation of this whole thing, is that because Foden did play well today, we had to sacrifice Bellingham, who almost like didn't play as well as he usually would do, because he's almost like playing out of position as he would usually play. Now, when it comes to Palmer, Palmer is obviously looks razor sharp when it comes off the bench, and I actually think, I do think Gareth Southgate's not going to change it for the last game for the final. He's just not going to do that.
No, he's
And
not.
I think at the moment, having Palmer come off the bench, it's almost a little bit of extra ammo now that he's had in his back pocket to deliver when he needs to. The only thing I would say though,
Yeah.
and I will still critique this to the end of this world, Gareth Southgate still delivers substitutions too late. Too late. Right.
No.
Because let's
Yeah.
go into the critique of this game now, right? Like you said, we went into the second half now. Koeman switched things up tactically. He had the players now organize a bit more. And you can now see that what are you man laughing for?
It's the overexcitement, it with gas.
Yeah, well, yeah,
The final, man.
we're
Sorry.
on it.
Cut this
It's
out.
fine.
Cut this bit
No,
out.
No, man.
no. The cameras roll, man. The cameras roll.
You guys
But
making me laugh.
anyway,
Sorry.
back to it.
Right.
Back to it. Right. The fact is that Netherlands obviously switched up their formation a bit, and then you started realizing England weren't quite getting to the game. And for a while, England were quite stale, right? Because they weren't able to progress. You started noticing passes are going a lot more sideways and a bit more back. There was nothing quite direct. But Southgate, once again, just sat on it for felt like ages. We were just watching this England side not progress going forward. Even the commentators, everyone's like saying, make changes. But Southgate is too late for it. And don't get me wrong, he might look at this now to being like, oh, a tactical genius, because when he made the change, it worked. So
the subs are effective. It ain't tactical genius because, like you said, he should have done it a lot earlier. But the actual nature of the changes, because I was screaming for Gordon to come on, because Gordon, Watkins, and Palmer were all warming up, and I'm thinking, why is Gordon warming up? Because there's no way he's getting on this pitch. But
no way.
But what did you think about the Luke Shaw change at halftime?
It seemed like the right thing to do, didn't it? And I was worried that Shaw wouldn't be fit because, of course, he got, what was it, 30 minutes in the last game. Trippier actually did well in that first half, but the issue was, it was like, for example, Bellingham, I don't know how he was doing it, but he was doing the defensive and the attacking runs. And then you were thinking, if Shaw was there for the overlap, we'd be good.
Mm.
But that wasn't really happening in the second half,
Do you
I don't
think
know what
now
happened there.
Shaw's now got 45 minutes in this one and maybe half an hour in the previous one? Do you think he starts the next one?
No,
No?
in my opinion,
Nah.
no.
I think he'll
But
make the same change. I think he'll make the
Right.
same
I
change.
don't think part of me thinks Luke Shaw's not fit enough still. That's just my opinion. I think he was injured for so long, and don't get me wrong, what I expected from him to come on the pitch is that he could start, hitting the wings, like you said, with the overlaps, but also hit the crosses in first time. We can't get the Trippier on that side because he has to bring onto his right foot. So, but the thing is, we didn't get to see that enough. I expected a bit more of like Luke Shaw just ping it into the box, because let's be honest, Luke Shaw is a very good crosser. He can cross the ball
Yeah,
well, right?
the one he put across the box was for Watkins was very good. I think Watkins was just a bit off it off the pass.
Yeah,
in the
that was an
final bit,
opportunity,
but
wasn't it? And it kind of like went past
yeah.
the goal completely. Yeah. So I think Trippier have to start the next one, and I don't think you can expect Luke Shaw to start. He's just not fit enough. If he does start, he might get pulled at half time or something.
So what did you think of the Netherlands display, Jefferson, overall? Did they give what you expected, or were you disappointed or impressed? What were you thinking?
No, I think it was quite funny that Koeman basically did a Southgate. He set up defensively and looked to hit England on the counter, and it was so obvious. Don't get me wrong, they did it with the opening goal. There was a
Mm,
few chances towards the end they had, basically looking to capitalize on our errors, but he basically didn't play to win the game, and I think that hurt him. Bearing in mind he arguably had the joint top scorer in Cody Gakpo. I don't remember Gakpo threatening us in the game. Reinders, who had a really good game against Turkey, was controlling the game well, was so deep. He's not going to affect you from that deep. However, the tweak of Veerman, I think, changed the game slightly, because they had three in the midfield. All of a sudden, there wasn't as much room as I think Lee Dixon. Some crazy commentary goes, basically Holland have thrown a blanket on England, which I think was quite fitting actually. That's that tactical tweak. But I expected to see this tactical masterclass where, he'd make a change, Southgate would make a change, he'd make a change, and Southgate would be stifled. But apart from bringing on Weghorst and bringing on Veerman, it wasn't like he changed the shape at the back. For example, bringing on Van der Ven, who's got more pace than potentially Ake on that left side. I didn't see Xerxes. I didn't see Frimpong again, who's had a great season. So it felt like he didn't play to win.
Yeah.
I don't think we saw the best version of Holland tonight, to be honest with you. And I think there's an element of luck there. But I
Yeah.
think on pure virtue of how we approach the game, I think we deserve to win.
I think I don't know. I don't think we've seen the best of Netherlands this whole tournament. Like I said, it seemed like they were set up to frustrate England. Maybe obviously after the first goal, keep it tight. They was unlucky with the penalty. I can't think of too many clear-cut opportunities. I know Dumfries had a header off the bar, and I think
that was a good
obviously
header. Yeah.
Pickford made a decent save in the second half, and also I think Guehi or Walker had to make a last ditch challenge with his chest or his head down on the floor.
Walking came in like,
Yeah, but they didn't create too much. The tactical switch at halftime did nullify England well, but going forward, I thought they were poor. Very course, he was causing Stones a bit of problems, with the hold up play and stuff like that. But if anyone was going to win it in normal time, it was going to be England. I felt. AC, what did you think?
yeah, I think I agree. I think you say that actually, and it's a really good analysis of how the game went. It's really interesting because before, with my predictions, I thought Netherlands being quite direct with attacking football. It's almost like they set up just to play counter attack, and even when they had the ball possession, they almost like don't know what to do with it. It was really weird. I don't know. It's almost like they lost their bit of like determined energy that they had in like the past game that they had to come through into the semis. So Gakpo was really quiet. We didn't see anything from him. He was so quiet. It was almost like he wasn't on the pitch, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought
And
they shackled him quite well, to be fair. He had a
yeah,
couple opportunities, but
that's obviously like really key. Good shout out to the defense of the England team there. Mark Gahey had a really good game. I think Walker was excellent, man. He was playing like he's playing for Man City. So he looked like his usual self again, because I think in the past game, was it the past one, the one before, Walker looked a bit off. He looked like he's run out of energy a bit.
I
But
thought he started
overall,
off a bit shakily, but as the game went forward, game on, I thought he was excellent. So overall, good game. But I just thought initially he looked a bit, I don't know. He looked the hangover from the last game, to be fair, but he definitely grew into the game. Definitely grew into the
yeah,
game.
I think I know what you're talking about. Is, I think it was like, let's say 15-minute onwards, he started like
Yeah,
getting into it a bit more, didn't he? Yeah.
yeah,
But he
yeah,
did some really good challenges. He was always going for it, and his energy was just top tier. But this formation, man, this is the formation that works for the team as well. Like, I can never see us going back to the other previous formation of 4-3-3.
yeah.
You can definitely see the advantages now, where people like Walker playing really high up the pitch now, almost like a right winger in that sense. And then Saka obviously coming a bit inside, and Saka had a great game again. And also we have to talk about that goal that got disallowed.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah,
That was tight.
very, very close.
When
The
it was
thing,
when it first
hold on.
in real time, I thought it was offside. But then when I saw the first replay, I thought he could be on here. He could be on. But then obviously the automatic sensor decided it was well off. I don't know if they showed a replay of it. The computer, but
Yeah, I don't think we saw the actual computer. When they freeze the frame, it's the computer
Yeah.
graphic. I don't
yeah,
think we saw that,
no, we
because
didn't.
I think the game was moving too fast, kind of thing.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
So Jefferson, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, I mean, it may seem hypercritical, but it's just sort of in-game intelligence things. You talked about Walker pushing up, and he was pushing up high. Effectively means you've only got two at the back, and there was rarely a time. Sometimes Rice would come to collect the ball, but that was more when it went back to the keeper. I never saw him think, right, let me stick back, because if we lose the ball, at least I'm covering that space. He was just going charging up, man. So that was a worry for me, because I just thought we're going to get caught out. And you referenced that Walker challenge, we nearly got caught out there, and I think it was either Gay or Saka made a
I think it's
tactical
Gray.
foul as
Oh,
well
Saka, yeah, Saka, yeah.
Saka it was, to stop them getting in. Very fortunate there. So obviously I know you will come on to it in a moment, but when we're looking at the final potentially, we got to be fixed concentration for 90 minutes, because we'll be playing against a team that know how to use the
Yeah,
ball, and
yeah.
they will be playing 1 and 2 touch football,
And
and
they'll
that's the
pull you out of
thing.
position. Yeah,
100%,
listen,
they'll suck
man.
you in and bang. So
yeah.
yeah, we
When
need to be at it.
Walker leaves that gap in the back, Spain are they're gonna thrive off that.
I don't think he will leave that gap in the back. I don't think he can afford to.
He's going to
I
be
think,
busy facing Williams the whole
yeah, that's
game.
it. It could get. I listen. We'll get to that in a minute. But one thing I was impressed with, very few. I don't think he did. Jordan Pickford pump it long to Harry Kane, which we've seen too many times previously. Maybe it's the change of formation. I don't know. But just speaking on the striking position, because we've got to give Ollie Watkins his flowers. But before that, Harry Kane, right? Now, I think we all agree that he shouldn't start the next game, and he's not 100% fit, right? But
He will,
he will. But he
by
continues
default.
to deliver these underwhelming performances, and he's dropping too deep. I think we mentioned before the Saka cross again when he's on the edge of the box. He couldn't even hold up the ball. He was losing the ball, and he's misplacing passes. What is Southgate thinking, keeping this brother on the pitch or starting him?
I don't know. Obviously, I don't know what to defend us with, because I'm watching Kane like come collect the ball from the center circle, man.
He took the
Just
ball off
like,
Foden at one point as well. Foden was about to touch the ball, and he ran past him and took the ball. So what you doing,
so
mate?
I don't understand it at all. It's just stay up front, my friend. Stay up front.
And I said, an unfit Harry Kane is baby food for Van Dijk, and he's proven that. Like, he was chewing him up. He offered absolute any little promising move that England had. They either bypassed him, or when they did give it to him, he slowed it down and he played the wrong pass, or he lost the ball. So Southgate, he should make that bold decision. Yeah, the one that's okay. We can argue about Foden and Palmer, whatever, who should start with, but glaringly obvious is Harry
Yeah.
Kane. He does
Yeah.
not deserve to be on starting on that pitch. Like you could bring him off for penalties if it goes to it, because he will
Yeah,
stop away a penalty like he proved. But he offers apps. You're playing with effectively with 10 men.
And men.
You're playing with 10 men. When everyone's busting the gut to get up there, how many times you thinking, where is the striker? Where is he? The box is
yeah.
empty,
Yeah.
absolutely
And
empty.
I think Spain, man, we you know, you really got to take your chances against Spain, because it's been proven in this tournament teams can score against Spain. But let's face it, statistically at the moment in the tournament, Spain have won every single game in this tournament, but they do concede goals. So
Yeah,
I kind of feel like
they'll give you chances. Yeah,
we can score against them, but you can't have your striker come and collect the ball off the center circle, man. I'm sorry, you can't. You just can't. You can't do that, man.
the worry. We'll get to the preview in a minute, because there's a few concerns with that one. But Ollie Watkins, right? So I don't know if you lot heard his post match interview. He said he swore in his kid's life and all that. He said to Palmer,
I call
we're
that.
coming on and you're gonna set me up for a goal. Yeah. And lo and
Jeez.
behold, that's what happened. But how many times have we seen that from Ollie Watkins with, back to
He
the
does
striking,
this for
that
Villa
turn
all the
and banged
time.
it all the time.
And the
It's
shot
a,
always goes through the defender's
you know
legs.
what?
I think he's
Always.
done it against us
Yeah.
before as well.
Yeah. There's
It's
an art
actually
form to that, There's an art form to that.
it's actually his trademark. When you think about it, he does it all the time. He does. But man, what a goal. That was Tekka's, man. Because I had to admit, I didn't expect it, because the angle was so tight.
I did actually think, what you doing shooting from there?
Yeah.
Because I thought, oh, is he going to disguise it and cut it back? But it was like drilled.
And I think that's
Um,
what obviously caught the defender and the goalkeeper off guard, because they didn't expect the shot to come off that mark that quickly. Because
Yeah.
usually a player would be like, I'm gonna cut it inside, adjust my shape, like one too
mm,
many touches. But I'm grateful, he didn't do that. Obviously, he was just like, received it, damn, in.
This is my moment. But the thing is now, obviously, there's going to be callings for him to start, right? But also, you can't ignore the contribution that Ivan Toney's made previously. Now, is there an argument for the fact that Harry Kane's starting and what he brings? I think Tony's is more similar to him than Watkins, right? So, is there an argument that you start with Tony and then bring on Watkins later on, or do we start with Watkins, given the fact that what he brings, the direct, the running behind, can run the channels and stuff like that? What do you reckon? Would you rather Tony and Watkins? Because we all agree Harry Kane should be nowhere near it, right? So Tony then Watkins, or Watkins start? What do you reckon?
you know what? You see, actually, the way you've mentioned it. One thing I've realized is, I'm going to be real with you. I don't think we're going to have a lot of the ball against Spain. We're going to be defensive. We're going to have to be
Yeah.
defensive. And I've realized, actually, Watkins will only work in transition, or if we want to, thread balls through. And if we
Hmm.
don't have much of the ball, we can't actually do that, or we can't
It's
do
gonna
that
be
when
isolated.
we're
Yeah.
50, 60 yards back from goal. The thing about Tony is, you do have an option to go long. He can flick it on, he can hold it up for others to support. So ball retention is going to be key when we're playing it against a team that's going to be better in possession, looking after the ball, and we're going to be running around chasing. So from that instance, it could work. And then maybe, yeah, with those subs, Watkins' pace could be utilized potentially in the last 20 minutes when the legs are a bit tired and a bit stretched. Because we've seen they are vulnerable. We saw against France, obviously Nacho's a seasoned defender. We know this, but he's not the quickest. Jesus Navas is getting old. How old is he? 38 or something.
Mm.
Laporte is a problem. Obviously, he's strong and quick, but that aside, Cucurella's got a mistake in him. If we can hang on, then yeah, bring Watkins on later on.
What do you reckon, AC?
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. You made a really good, interesting point about Spain having the possession. That's just going to be standard. It's just going to be standard. But obviously reflecting back with today's game is that England had most possession, and it was quite nice to see that kind of thing.
Mm.
But yeah, they're going to be on the back foot a bit with Spain. But I am a bit worried, man, because Spain are just. The thing about Spain is now they have that patience, and obviously the threat is going to be on the wings. My lord, it's going to be hard to watch, because Nico Williams and Mr. 16 on the right hand side,
Oof.
right?
And
They're
Danny
having
Olmo. Because
these
he
guys are having
picks it up in pockets. He
Mm.
picks it up in pockets. You know, he's got
And
3
he can
goals
let
as
one
well.
go. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And the
That's
thing
it.
about Spain is that they constantly, they're as a team, everyone is adjusting positions. Everyone's moving up. It's so hard to track this team. We know about this anyway, but it's the Spain like template. Let's say it's the
They're
Barca
gonna
template.
drag man out of position. They're gonna England
It's
have to be so disciplined defensively, and like I said, when they're defending for so many long periods in the game, how much energy they're gonna have to attack because they're already knackered, right? And Spain will have you working hard, yeah. So, like I said, when they're 50 yards back in their own box and that defended, by the time they get up
bro,
to the final third, they're knackered, bro. They're absolutely
bro.
knackered. So that's why maybe Tony is the right answer because he can stay up top and occupy a couple of the centre backs and stuff like that. But
And also Tony's a man as well. He can receive the ball in a tight situation and he can get past a man. And
yeah,
I know he can do that. He can do that.
exactly.
We know
When
Harry Kane can't.
yeah, yeah,
Kane
And
would
you
get the
can't stand
ball.
off.
Kane would get the ball. He can be between 2 men and he has to almost just like immediately pass it back.
yeah,
You see it all the time. But
yeah,
Tony would be like, turn a man quick. He does it all the time for Brentford.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
shout out to Tony, man.
yeah,
Damn.
man. Before we go to predictions, how much credit are we gonna give Gareth Southgate? Not just for today, but throughout the tournament, because this is statistically, obviously, this is the first time England have gone through to a final on foreign soil, I believe. Um, back-to-back Euro finals as well. Um, he's got the team. He's got the team spirit. He's brought back the fan love of the team as well. So the substitutions have worked. And the credit he's bought 3 strikers, which he never usually does, and all 3 have contributed to this Euros campaign. You know, he's dropped his so-called favourites. He's gone with youth. He's played Kobe Mainu. He's got this new formation. How much credit do you have to give to him? And
When you lay it like that, it's I can't. It's really hard to scrutinize it a bit. When it's just like put down on paper in between the lines, like factual facts, the stats, it doesn't look too bad. And I think maybe we're so close to it, and but at the same time, I don't know, man. I'm conflicted because Southgate for me is still, don't know, man. It's still just not. He's not quick enough to react or adapt sometimes.
he's more reactive than proactive, and that's his Achilles heel.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, Jefferson, what do you reckon?
I just think today is what he should have been doing from game one, basically. Actively trying to win the game, making those changes. You could argue him making the change at half time with Luke Shaw. How long have we got on at him for wanting to make a change at half time if it's not working? Okay, it wasn't the right change. It didn't quite pay off, but the intention was there. So I give Gareth props today, particularly because he wanted to win that game. It showed. Would have liked to have seen the subs because there was that period, at least 15 minutes, where Holland were dominating with the ball.
Listen, it
They
was a
just
long
weren't
15
doing
minutes.
very much with it, but you felt like if we don't do something,
Yeah,
something's coming. And
exactly.
it's worked out. There's been an element of luck with us on the way. There's definitely been
Definitely.
elements of luck, and we have been on the favourable side of the
I've
draw.
got to say, let's be honest. If we were on the other side, boy, then we're
We're
gonna
out.
slap,
We're out.
slap.
We're
Yeah.
out. And
So
sometimes that does happen. You have teams that sort of almost don't deserve to win the tournament. You think, wow, where's that come from? That could well be us. And you know what? I'll take it. That is what you call a snatch and grab. Or as they
well,
would say, is it on Jersey Shore? A wabbery. A wabbery.
well, speaking of which, then let's go to predictions. So, AT, I'll start with you. Sunday night, Spain versus England.
Oh,
How's it gonna finish? How's it gonna go?
I don't know, man. This is really hard because I'm looking at some of those Spain players who are arguably the best players in this tournament, hands down. We have to admit it. It's going to be really hard to contain those guys. And Rodri sitting in the middle. I don't know, man. This could be a very long game. I think we might. I can't predict this. I actually can't predict this. I can't predict this. But I will say this. If we go down by 2 goals in the first half, I can't see us clawing us back. Because one thing I did notice,
Of course they're not.
because what I did notice as well is that Spain, despite them having like a really good attack, and obviously I think they were challenged the other day with France when they had to like sit on the back foot and not attack and be disciplined. We then saw a very disciplined Spain defense, and I was like, hold on a second. People were questioning about their defense, but they got it locked down as well. So they know how to set up shop and just lock you out as well. So I think in England's position, you do not want to concede 2 goals in that first half. It'll be game over. It'll be such a long slog. But like you say, the concentration of like defending and being in position, because Spain are gonna have England in that full court pressure, like constantly sitting in your own half. It's gonna be hard work. But I just don't think they're able to contain certain players. It's gonna be really hard. Walker versus Nico Williams. Walker's good, yeah, but I see if we all watched that previous game with France, we haven't spoken about it as much, but Nico Williams was doing some trickery, man. He was getting by like 2 players at a time with ease.
I see the nutmeg he put on. Is it Kunde he put on? The nutmeg he put on him?
Yeah, Kunde.
But
can I? Lamine against either Trippier.
Well, this is what I'm going to say.
Shaw, who isn't fully fit. So,
well, first of all, can I just say, if Spain go 2-0 up, England ain't seen that ball again. Yeah, they're not seeing that ball again.
It'll finish 4-0 if they go 2-0 up. It will finish 4-0.
It's about the wing play and if you can contain the wing. But you mentioned Nico Williams, but Yamal against Trippier, that could be a bloodbath, bro. I'm not even joking. That brother will have a
he's gonna eat.
He is going to nyam him. So that could get.
It's gonna be like Freddy Krueger
gonna
thing.
need extra protection. Yeah, extra protection.
double up.
He's gonna get dropped.
What you need to do. Yeah.
No, you got to double up. You got to double up on that guy. You can't have like 1v1.
Yeah.
What might work if the shape to adapt it is actually, if you're going to play someone like Foden, use him the way Spain used Dani Olmo. Let him come deeper and help us keep possession because he's tidy on the ball rather than thinking about attacking. And if you're going to use Jude, have Jude as the second striker and you just play one up front because he's got the legs to help. Basically, play off. Okay, a 3-1-4-1 basically.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Jude can be the extra man in midfield just to give us those legs, but support the striker, whoever's there. And we use Foden as that almost technical sort of midfielder to polish up if we
close
can.
passing, get it out, tidy. Yeah, I see what you mean.
I'd just say don't bother about attacking, just retain the ball for me. Retain the ball. Almost like an attacking pivot, basically.
Yeah. I personally think that listen, Spain have been the best team in this tournament by a distance, right? And I actually believe they're going to have too much for England. I think it's going to end. You're looking at 2-0 or 2-1. What will be funny if England somehow manage to get this victory. Yeah, you're going to see the Rice and Rodri comparisons go through the roof. Bro. You're going to see all this gas about Declan Rice, right? But and Saka sunning Yamal and all them things there, but. Listen, anything's possible. It's a final. It's a one-off game. Stranger things have happened. I just think the way Spain are playing with the confidence that they're playing at as well, the fact that the opposition they've played up to this time as well.
I know.
It's going to be a 2-goal margin, either 2-0 or 3-1.
So you've got Spain to win as well, yeah?
100%. 100%.
It's difficult. It's difficult.
Massive achievement though to get to the 100%. Final.
No, it's massive, but you're right. Spain has just got some different energy, man. And like you said, you got to think about their path to get to the final. They have taken various scalps.
Unless it's taken a lot out of them, who knows? It could have been quite demanding. You never know.
You never know. Because of the level of opposition, that they had to play, maybe.
Mentally and physically.
And
they still got...
Morata might be injured.
And there's some young players in there. Remember, some of them aren't experienced at that level because I think they won the Nations League, didn't they? Which is a good precursor for a tournament like this. But there are some young players in there and some inexperienced players. Like I think if Lenormand comes back into the team after his suspension and Laporte comes out, you've got some players there that aren't quite as experienced as well.
So just to go back to Morata, you said about he might be injured. Obviously, that guy like slide and tackle into him with the
Jeez, some bad luck, man.
I don't rate Morata, by the way. I don't rate him, by the way. But He's a striker. Innit?
You don't remember Morata. No, Morata's all right. I think he gets a lot of stick sometimes. I think he's okay, but I think if he doesn't play, I don't think it actually matters. This is the thing with Spain. It doesn't matter because let's face it, right? I'm watching like Marino come off the bench, looking decent, right? They got Joselu. They got mercenaries on the bench waiting, right? Who are all like ex-Newcastle players, right? Hint. Joselu come off the bench. He scored a goal. Also, this is a fact as well that stands at the moment with Spain. They have 9 different goal scorers in this tournament. 9. This tells you that the goals get shared around easily. It doesn't matter.
How many does England have? 3? 4?
Here we go. Kane,
Bellingham,
Tony,
Saka, and Tony.
And then Watkins.
So
it's 5 or 4?
5.
Kane, Bellamy, Saka, and Watkins. Did Tony ain't scored a goal, is he?
Oh no, Tony didn't score. He
it's pens in it. Yeah, it doesn't count. Though. It doesn't count.
That's 4, isn't it?
Jeez. Yeah. Kane on 3, joint top scorer. If he gets another goal, he'll win Golden Boot.
Yeah.
But obviously,
that'll be
almost got
shambolic.
3 as well. But just one more point on Watkins before we go. This is proof, by the way, that the Football League, the English Football League works. Ollie Watkins came from Exeter City. You know, I think that has to be remembered. Exeter City, then Brentford, you know, then Villa, and now England. I'm sure even he didn't think he would reach these heights. So I'm sure Exeter City are very, very proud of him as well.
Piling up, man. His stock is piling up. Dr.
One more good season, and Villa better be concerned, bro, because the big boys will be in for him. But
he's got the shop window of the Champions League.
That's it.
This season.
But yeah, I think that's a good place to leave it. Obviously, we'll come back to review the final. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can watch on YouTube or listen to us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And until next time, peace.
Salute. Someone the other day told me that Budweiser is not actually brewed or made in the USA. I don't know who that was, but someone told me that. And I'm yet to look it up. So this could be false fact information I'm sharing right here. It could be true.